Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to the last remains, potentially, of JBPG City for the second part of our finale here. This wave is just... it's a biggie. It's a monster. It's already flooded over.
Of a tsunami approaching the area. Residents should avoid roads and waterfronts.
Not even our football area and our airport is going to be safe. Look, it's touched down. It's going to absolutely destroy these buildings here, just like last time, but potentially even worse. Look at the size of this thing.
Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Oh man, that is ridiculously high. Our airport's flooded out. I never thought I'd say that. I never thought the airport would flood. I deliberately put it here, where it's up high and protected from any potential tsunamis, and a 9.9. I still can't get over that. This is a 9.9. Look at it, just devastating the area. It's destroying land value. There's the other one still there. The other one seems to have finally dissipated. Just in time for this one to hit. Ah, man, look at it. It's going over the top of everything. Nothing is safe with this one. It's going over the bridge. My God. All the flood defences in the world wouldn't save me from a 9.9 like this. Look at this, it's spilling over the top here. This is so ridiculously high.
A tsunami has
This should never ever have been in doubt, or in danger. And little Canada's getting flooded. Man, look at the size of the wave that's flooding through here. Oof, literally just watched that building collapse right in front of our very eyes. If I look back here, look at the water receding still. So insanely high. This is going to get everywhere. Look at that. It's over the top all the way through here. You can't simulate a 9.9. As I say, when you do a test simulation, it gives you a disaster of a 5.5. This is double that strength. All the preparations in the world would not prepare you for something this big. I think I had just heard another building collapse. It might have been a train. Getting out of there pretty quick, Smartish. I don't blame it.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
There go our pump trucks riding the crest of the wave. Oh, there they go. They're gone. It's going to hit here and just come cascading over the top. Look at the size of the bow wave over there. Oh, man. Oh, this is intense. And that's all dirty water, because that's all the polluted water being pushed straight back up. This is all cleaner water. We barely dealt with the aftermath of the 7.6, and oh, this is just something else indeed. Utter carnage. Oh, look how much has been destroyed. Still floodwater is escaping. Did it actually destroy anything over here? I don't think it did. I think it just, you know, flooded it a little bit, but...
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts
nothing's
until
destroyed
the water
over there.
recedes.
But over here, I mean, I can't believe the devastation through here. Look at that. Look at the path of that wave. It's completely filled that area there, which means all of that is in trouble on the way back as that water starts to recede back again. Can you imagine if I didn't have this kind of defense system in place, which has been completely overwhelmed? Can you imagine how bad it would be without that? I'd have lost the entire city. All of this would have been gone. I'm surprised it hasn't yet, if I'm honest. Oh, here's the wave. Hitting hard. It's flooding all the way down through here. That's completely underwater. That section of freeway there. There is an ambulance in there somewhere. They'll all pop into the surface. They're floating away.
A tsunami has struck the city.
Man.
Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
Oh, look at this. This is just insane. Well, the main brunt of damage has been done. This is just going to flood out people's homes now. It shouldn't destroy much, but... Look at that, my pumping facility is completely demolished. I don't really want to do this, but we've got to. Oh, man, look at it. Look at the devastation. All this has been abandoned. All this death. Getting some damage over here. Look, some buildings on the coast have been flattened. Look how bad it is through here. That's crazy. Look at our population. It's under 100,000. So many people have died. My God. Okay, let's start fixing what we can. That's the car plants. That's the plaza. The cargo docks. There's no water. Here it all comes. Pouring back out of here again. Let's get the passenger terminal up and running. Fix the parks. Fix our emergency services.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until
Wiped
the water
out our
recedes.
taxi depots. Our helicopter depots. More emergency services. Oh, and here comes the water again on the way back. This is what I mean by double jeopardy sometimes. This area's just been rebuilt and now it's being flooded out again. Oh man, the strength of that returning wave is huge. This area is just drained completely, look. That wave's still going through. It is, it's still pouring through here, look. Alright, let's work our way forward. from here. Try and get these services back up and running again. That's got to be checked. Total those schools, our cargo station. With our taxi ranks there completely wiped out. Basketball court's gone again.
A tsunami
Another
has struck
school
the city.
flattened.
Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the
Crematorium.
water recedes.
Okay. Stop emptying and start filling. That one's overwhelmed already. Let's start emptying that. Oh, man. Oh, it's a hell of a way to sign off the city, isn't it? Utter carnage. Don't need to worry about that yet. Well, Workman Park, Industrial Park actually survived without any major damage. I'm surprised at that. Our freeway is completely flooded out again. Let's get our pumping station back up and running. Without that, we can't start clearing out this water. Oh, the water's just crushed those tanks again. This is crazy.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads and waterfronts until the water recedes.
It's still travelling upriver, flooding out the highway and the railway. It's starting to dissipate now. It's cleared. Disasters are now set to 0, so we will not get another one. But it's going to take this city quite a long time to recover. Not just from the damage that's been caused, but the drop of over 20,000 people. You know, the devaluation of the land. Lack of services. It's just caused so much damage and destruction that it's going to take a long time, as I said, for this city to recover from that. That flood water's still pouring out through here. Surprised the prison didn't take a hit. Looks like it just about got away with it. One of the highest buildings in the entire city. Looks like it just about survived and got away with it. There's some pollution sickness there, look. I'm not surprised. All this polluted water sweeping through that area.
A tsunami has struck the city. Take caution and avoid roads
turn
and
these tanks back on
waterfronts
again
until
yet.
the water recedes.
Is that water going to crush them again? No, it's just crushing them again, look. I don't even know if my pump trucks are actually out and clearing. Let's have a look. No vehicles in use at the moment. They can't get out. We need to put another pumping station in. Man, look at the after effect. Crime, death, fires. That wave is still travelling up there. I think all the important services have been rebuilt now. Oh, wait, there's something over here. Sauna. Depends on whether you want to call that important or not, really, doesn't it? We need to turn off our evacuations. Because there's not enough food left in some of these now, so people will start dying in there from starvation. It's crazy. Just terraform that down a little bit just to let some of that water drain out. So that it doesn't keep destroying my water storage tanks. And so that I can actually start getting these pump trucks out. That's crazy. Now that there's an outlet here, it should protect those, I'm hoping, from the pressure of all that water that's pouring back down this way. Seems to be. You can see them keep popping up and poking out from there. Still no trucks out yet. I need to improve this budget. Get more disaster response units out there. For the devastation that this thing has caused. Oh, something else that's been flattened. A fantastic fountain. There we go. That's that fixed. That's crazy. It even looks like it had an effect over here in places. Or maybe it's just, you know, a knock-on effect from the damage caused in other areas. Population's slowly starting to rebuild. You can see here all the problems from this industrial park here now. Just no workers. They're all dead. Well, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. Is this sending out trucks yet? Still not. Can't really pump water out when your pumping place is underwater. Need that water to clear. It's slowly receding away, look. And once it's gone, we can start getting vehicles out from here. Oh, it almost got a vehicle out then. There we go. Pump trucks are out and immediately clearing all that water away. something got totaled there. Someone's house, I think. Alright, let's rebuild our, our flood defense just there. There we go. So the pump trucks will clear away all that water. All 12 of them are out now. That's good. We can see if we can deal with the remainder of the aftermath here. You can see just all these stores no longer have any goods because our industry was just wiped out. Plus, everyone was in shelters. There was nobody able to work. That's utterly crazy. As I said, it's going to take a while for this to kind of calm down a bit. So, let's see if we can find where some of our pump trucks are. I would have thought there might be one around here somewhere. You can see the traffic issues we're going to be having as well. Everybody coming out and all those goods and services suddenly trying to get back in. This is just going to be absolutely, crazy around here for a little while now. While everything tries to go back to normal. Got some noise pollution complaints over here. You can see that signified by the headphones. That's what's making people sick over there, too much noise. There's not really a lot we can do about that. You can kind of limit it a little bit. You can put up huge walls of trees. They do seem to have some effect at blocking out some sound, but you need a lot of them. I do find that roads with trees on the edges of them, do we have some of those roads out somewhere? I don't think we do. Maybe up here. I mean, I'm not sure about this road here where the trees are in the middle, but certainly the ones with the trees on the sides, they do seem to have a bit of a help. Although I'm not sure if that's a cosmetic help. They're just, it improves the area aesthetically, and that's what pleases people, or if it actually helps reduce noise. Sometimes some of the mechanics of the game can be quite tricky to figure out. You can see our industry here, these buildings getting abandoned. There's no workers able to actually take the jobs in there. There's no demand for anything at the moment as well. Stuff is being rebuilt, so it's kind of showing no demands, as those buildings are automatically being rebuilt. We can certainly try and raise the morale and happiness of people in these areas that are a little bit decimated by destroying or abandoned buildings. Helps the area regenerate a little bit faster as well. Look at the damage over here. Look, this area is just completely deserted now. In terms of its workforce anyway, we're starting to get people coming back over here. Did that have a knock-on effect on the team? Games were cancelled, look. Games were cancelled because the pitch was underwater. The whole stadium was underwater, I think, at one point. It's crazy. All these stores, just no goods. Nothing to sell. at the queues. All that industry traffic and new people moving into the area traffic. All combining at once. It's just crazy. Our road networks are going to take a little while to calm down. And here's the damage that has been done to the industrial estate. The lack of a workforce. It's not too bad, actually. I thought we might have been hit harder than that in this area. The farm's taken a bit of a hit. Ivy Square's taken a bit of a hit. Johnson Park's taken a hammering. You can see some of these buildings are still being worked on. Is that a damaged road? It is. Do we have any more damaged road? I don't think we do. No. See, the farm over here is abandoned in places. Some of these people are being drafted over to other areas to fill the employment gaps. We're getting there, bit by bit. Our city is rebuilding itself. The land value around here is terrible now as a result of that flooding. It'll take a little while for that to recover. A lot of noise complaint just because the traffic is so heavy at the moment. Again, not a lot that can be done about that at this stage. Just got to ride it out. Let it fix itself. You can see our trains whizzing back and forth. Hang on a minute. How is that? Have I got damaged track somewhere? That's on the wrong line. It should be on this line. Or is it just the track is the track underwater? I'm not really sure what's going on here. How have those trains ended up all the way on there? Checking the entire line now, looking for damaged track. All seems to be good. See, that line's supposed to come through here into there. So what the hell it's doing all the way over there, I do not know. Where's my service that ran through here? That's insane. I think it's supposed to be this one, but I think it's gone onto the other platform somehow. Yeah, both of those blue lines, they should both be They should both be on there. How did they switch? Unless that was an automatic thing because the lines flooded. It's the only thing I can think of, but those lines are... There we go. They're both running the right way again now. So one goes in there and one goes out that way. That's better. That's what they should be doing. This blue train, I'm going to actually move that stop. If I can actually select the damn thing. There it is. We're going to make this an express line as well. I'm going to run that all the way over to there as an express line. And then the green line will be the branch line that will be the one that stops off at all the stations. The local service. Yeah, there we go. Still, we've got all these abandoned houses, and some that haven't even been checked yet, I think, possibly. No, I think this is just abandoned. What's our population back up to? 107,000, so we're still down about 13,000 people at the moment on where we should be. Let's start closing this off. I mean, you can see our city still has not recovered. Not properly. It's slowly building its way back up there. But it's thrown up some very odd happenings. That blue train problem for both of our blue lines over here, that was a very odd thing. Very, very strange. You can see the damage it's done to land values, houses getting abandoned. A lot of ill people, a lot of dead people, a lot of damaged businesses. A short workforce now it's wreaking havoc in all my areas. Even cancelled my football team's 2 matches, look, because the stadium was underwater. We're still recovering from that, even now. Still trying to rebuild and get back to where the city was in terms of its health and prosperity. So, yeah. Some big problems there for us to overcome. Right, I'm going to let the city kind of run for a little while and try and recover. And then we'll start doing a sort of farewell look at our city. Oh, big lightning strike hitting just in here. Immediately sets a building on fire. How quickly is the rest of the estate going to go up? Not too bad at the moment. There's the fire engines coming to put it out. Oh man. A big storm now striking through. Actually, it hasn't set anywhere else on fire yet. Oh, you can see the building next door has gone up, I think. Or is that a separate fire? That's a separate fire. Maybe that's from one of the other lightning strikes. Yeah, we'll let the city recover a little bit, and then we'll start doing our farewell tour of JBPG City. So I will see you in a little while. Well, there we go. The city is now recovered. We're back up to 122,000 people. We have demands for different types of zoning, residential, commercial and industry. And everything seems to be back the way it should be. So let's take a look at some of my favourite areas. I do like this area up here, Adamsville here. It's just such a nice, picturesque little area. We've got nice change in elevation here. Really do like this. And that road running through there with the trees all the way down the middle there to this little roundabout. It's just a very, very nice scenic little area. And then kind of on the edge of that we have our observatory over here with our fire watch tower overlooking Anna Forest, which has burnt down more times than I can remember. And then we have our nice little road here that just kind of rolls down the hill like this into the lower area down here. And of course this is where we kind of started JBPG City itself, over here. This kind of mixture of some high density, some low density. I think these are low density but fully upgraded low density commercial buildings through here. This was our starting area. And our freeway system through here, which went through that major change, which completely eliminated the traffic problems that we were having. We were having a nightmare with all the traffic through here, and then we made this change, made it one long sweeping section through there, as opposed to going to the roundabout on there and just having a huge traffic problems at the roundabout. We bypassed it completely and made these off ramps and on and off ramps here that looped underneath and went to the roundabout, which then split traffic out that way and out that way. And then with these on-off ramps just here to bring stuff back onto this section here, it just enabled this area to flow so much better. You know, if you go back and look at some of the earlier stuff that we did around this area and see this, that change is just, well, it's monumental, the difference that it made to our city. And over here as well, this used to be our industrial area over here. This used to be our very first major industry. This was the original location of the Workman Industrial Estate, and then we completely rebuilt that over there on the other side of the river, and then added in this huge diverging diamond junction here, which works so well. It really does. You can see the traffic flowing nicely. All the relevant ramps that are available to be used can be used. Just looking to see if we get any traffic pulling up and from the right, and there we go, turning in just there. So we are seeing all of the ramps being used, which is great. It's exactly what we wanted to see with the diverging diamond. All of those different lanes being used. A lot of traffic here going into our lumber plant over there, which survived. We kept that there, and then obviously we built this separate bridge over here to go to the new home of our industry, the new Workman Industrial Estate, with our monorail that runs right through the heart of it. That actually worked out better than I thought it would do as well, this monorail sweeping through here. You can see we have got people on the platforms waiting to use the service, and that helps deliver workers through into this area and then around here past our cargo hub. See a lot of traffic there, just caught up on this particular junction because of the merging of the stuff coming off the off ramp there. It all wants to get into this outside lane. So it can whiz along that way to our exit, and there's the end of our monorail. And again, you can see that we are getting people using the service. Not too many, but enough to justify it being there. And then there is our lumber industry. We're just taking a nice close look at this area. Some of these buildings do look great, they really do. See our trucks with logs coming through. I've had a lot of people ask me about the Industries pack that's just come out on PC, and it is a PC only release. It may possibly come to consoles in the future, but you know, it's down the pecking order. There's still got green cities and park life that need to be reworked and made available for consoles before they look at industries, I think. Plus, you know, we are still waiting for DLC for Surviving Mars, which is also done by Paradox, and I get a feeling that we'll see those DLCs before we see anything else for City Skylines. But the reason I bring that up is one of the things I have noticed from looking at footage is that some new vehicle types that have been added in specifically for, you know, forestry in the large industry packs of Ponzi buffaloes. So you actually see forwarders full of logs running back and forth on the roads, which, you know, would be a great little addition traffic-wise. And then we've got a nice little new area over here. You can see some of these houses are built up quite a lot already. So we sweep through. Again, we've got this really nice change in elevation through here. Sweeping up to the farm with our little footpaths for people to use just over there. As we bend our way around this way. This was the area that started this expansion over here. And this is a really nice area as well. Again, you can see we've got some different levels in here. Nice changes in height. Gives a bit of character to the area, I think. There's one of our bus services running through there. And then our rail hub that we connected up. So you can see we have the two trains there, the express train and the local line. So we sweep through here into our two newest and most recent additions to our district. See the express train on the bypass loop there. We've got a nice tourist train coming in there, as well as our local lines. A little interchange here as we follow the railway line along here. To the second of our sort of local line stations. It's quite a busy station, this one, as you can see. Quite a few people wanting to use this service here. And then these lines then sweep over the freeway. Oops. Just caught the edge of one of those towers there. Sweep over the freeway, over the bridge, around the corner, and come in alongside the monorail system and our sort of little terminus just over here. 4 different train lines, or 3 different train lines running on this service, and then the external trains as well, and the monorail service that comes up here as well. And look how many people are waiting to use that monorail. Despite the fact that I added in an additional service, it's still insanely popular. You see the hustle and bustle of people there on our platforms. We've got our stadium there, our ice hockey stadium for our, our sports fans here in Little Canada. And the pyramid of safety. As we sweep our way through here with our footbridge over here that we put in, you can see just how well that's being used, how few people are actually crossing the junctions at the traffic lights underneath. There's no need to. There's our metro stop there. Not a particularly big metro system in this city, didn't need to be, just that single line that kind of runs through Little Canada out to the airport. And then we have another diverging diamond just over here, and this one is, I think better than the other one we built in terms of the use of traffic on the lines. You actually see all of the branches of this diamond being used all the time. It's quite angular, this one as well. Instead of smooth sweeping curves, we've gone for quite angular straight lines on that one. I really like the way that looks and the way it turned out. And you can see it works really well. Just a little bit heavy with the traffic. And as you can see there, you know, little queues as traffic waits to try and merge. See our ambulances fighting their way through. And we come down to our football stadium. Do we have a match on right now? No, we don't. Let's sweep round our monster hotel here. Look at the size of that thing. Absolutely huge. And our extremely busy metro system just here. We get quite a few people using that stop. A lot of people using the footbridge to move across to our touristy area, where we have a lot of hotels and our casino. Some of these buildings do look absolutely fantastic. Do we have anybody in there on the sun lounges? Nope, we don't. We'll sweep around here. We've got a nice little park just there. It's the Park of Life and Death, I think it is, with the DNA helix just there. A couple more hotels, lots of hotels around this area. And then our international airport, which is actually a really busy airport. Planes coming and going through here all the time. Here's one coming into land right now. That airport's worked out so well in terms of its position and the number of people that use it. And then we cross over the river and we can see our docks. We can see our cargo docks very, very busy. Lots of ships coming and going all the time. Our passenger docks here on this side with our double park and our hotels there works really, really well. You can see just how busy our industry is just over here. The amount of traffic that it's producing. Really nicely built up little area this. There's our car factory just over there. Our rail connection for our cargo hub. There goes one of our cruise liners. Oh, looks like we've got a fire somewhere. Engine being launched out. Here comes another train being ejected from our cargo hub just here. There's the fire actually. You can see it right in front of us burning away. And there's the fireman putting that fire out. Doing a good job. Stopping everything from being demolished. So we whiz along here. I'm really pleased with this section as well. Just the road layout and the way the rail lines merge and work their way over and under the road. It just works and flows so nicely, and the road with those nice sweeping curves and the gentle gradients. Done some really, really pretty things with our city. Look how shallow that gradient is. It's so great that we're able to do things like that now. And as we sweep alongside these districts here, again, we've got the bridge that goes over the top of the road just there. And then the ramps coming down the side. And then the rail lines. One goes over, one goes under. As we mix passenger and rail freight. And then we sweep over just here. And we link our way back over there to kind of where we started our little panoramic tour. I've had a lot of fun building this city. We've had some tough moments along the way. We've had a few difficult things, a few problems to solve. but we've managed to fix them. We've experimented with all but ferries. We didn't get the chance to do ferries in the end, but we've managed to get everything else in there. We've tried blimps, we've tried the monorail, you know, we've tried some of the new buildings. We've also messed around with disasters with mixed results, as you've seen. And you know, just the way we've been able to kind of try out new ideas like this as well, like this tunnel system that runs underneath a large chunk all the way through here, and then eventually spits out just over here and keeps that kind of bypass freeway going. Our disaster response stuff that we've been messing around with, we're going out and searching for survivors of those disasters, and the emergency shelters. I need to figure out those a little bit better, I think, next time I want to use them. This whole city has been a joy to build, you know, despite the issues that we've had. You know, I love the fact that we can do things like this with the terraforming. You know, the game is so much better now than when it first came out. You know, in terms of the options that we have, and the DLCs, you know, although not necessarily cheap, have certainly added, each one has added something to the game. Snowfall has added in new assets as well as a new mechanic, but it can only be played on the snow maps, which is a bit of a shame. Mass transit is brilliant, with, you know, the new facilities that it adds in, and again can be used on any scenario, any map. And natural disasters just is, you know, it's one of those things that can be a lot of fun and also create a lot of chaos. And then our monster junction here that we built way back near the beginning. How much traffic is using this at the moment? A lot of traffic waiting to use our little bypass there to get into the industrial area. Might have to widen that up to 2 lanes, but we've only got 1 lane there, so there's no real point. See that traffic flowing. And that frees up some more space just there. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this, and the fact that I've been able to include you guys in this as well with your own little areas, you know, has been a lot of fun for me, and I'm sure it's been a lot of fun for you as well. So for the final time, thank you for watching JBPG City. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will be back with something more from City Skylines, not too far off. I am working on a little project at the moment. It'll be a periodic thing. You won't see it all the time. You'll just see it here and there, every now and again, until we get ready to actually build another Let's Play city. But I will occasionally post footage of the little thing that I'm working on right now. I hope you'll enjoy that. And I will see you with some more City Skylines stuff very soon.